My name is Matt Crilly and I'm the President of the Strathclyde Student Union 2019-2020. I ran to be President of Strathclyde Student Union after spending some time as a campaign staffer in the Student Union, helping the Presidents and the Vice Presidents with their relevant campaigns, but also after having ran to become the faculty rep for the Humanities and Social Sciences faculty at Strathclyde. As HAS rep, I organised with a group of other students a campaign to abolish the zero mark policy as it was known then. So if students submitted their essay 1 minute late, they automatically got given a mark of 0 for their assignment. We thought that was unfair, so we organised a campaign against it. We won the campaign, the university abolished the policy and brought in a more supportive approach, and that really gave me a flavour for making change on campus, and I wanted to do it at a wider level, a larger scale, so I ran to be President of the Student Union. My biggest legacy is probably the Student Union having spearheaded the campaign to abolish graduation fees at Strathclyde. So we saved every single student at Strathclyde £35 that they no longer had to pay to graduate. That was a momentous achievement, and it was one that rippled across the universities across the country, and we saw university after university basically following our lead. Obviously it was the right thing to do because everyone, regardless of their income or their ability to pay, should be able to attend the graduation that they've worked so hard to achieve. So that was probably the biggest one. Other wins that I've achieved, we managed to get significant investment in the mental health counselling facilities at Strathclyde, around £500,000 during my time here. I received £125,000 in hardship and participation funding for students most in need. We got rooms and halls for students that were fleeing homelessness or domestic violence. We achieved the no detriment policy during the coronavirus pandemic, meaning that people submitting their grades after a certain date would be negatively punished because of the pandemic. There's a whole range of other things that we've achieved. I think we've done not bad. I think my presidency's been okay. I think we've achieved a hell of a lot, and hopefully students can see that there's actually power in kind of coming together. There's power in coming together in the student union, and we can achieve things collectively. So I really hope that that's the legacy there. I think it took me a long time actually to develop the mental strength that's perhaps required to take on the role. You take on a lot of responsibilities, and you become basically the helping hand for people that are in incredibly difficult situations, and it took a real mental toll on me for the first year in particular. I guess it was really difficult, and I guess I never really got to enjoy the fun elements of the job. When people think of student president, they think that I sit in the bar. They think that I sit in the yard, drinking, having fun, attending society events, and I really didn't do any of that. I didn't attend society events as much as I would have liked to. I certainly didn't sit drinking in the bar, and I guess if I was rerunning my presidency, I would try and enjoy some of the kind of funner elements of the job a little bit more, in order for me to basically be in a really good mental place to take on the more challenging elements of the job, so that I was a kind of healthier person and a better, well-rounded person on taking on all elements of the job. So yeah, it feels a bit bad to say I wish I'd had more fun. Sounds a bit weird, but that would probably be what I say. My best memory is probably speaking to the inauguration ceremonies at the beginning of the year. Particularly my first year, because I was really nervous about it. Obviously, I've never spoken to a room of 800 people or whatever it is in the Barony Hall in graduation robes and fancy attire, and that was a really nerve-wracking experience, especially for my first year. But I really enjoyed it. It was a great opportunity to get to speak to students and tell them about what the student union's, what the student union does. Weirdly enough, as president, you don't always get to speak to students as much as you'd like to, and the inauguration ceremony is a wonderful time. Everyone's smiling, everyone's excited, everyone's a little bit nervous, but it was a really great time, and I really valued, I guess, being able to speak to students directly there. I think I've learned, an enormous amount actually being student president. I've sat as a governor on the university's court, where you're making the major decisions about the future of the university, and I've sat as the chair of the board of the student union, a £3 million charity, and I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot of boring things like how to read company accounts, different legal situations, financial responsibilities. It's been a lot of learning, specifically kind of taking on the role as being a governor and having a lot of responsibilities, which is kind of thrust upon you as a relatively young person taking on this role. So I've learnt a lot on how to govern institutions, which has been really fascinating. To be honest, Kayla is amazing. I don't think she actually needs much advice from me. I think she'll do an absolutely fantastic job. Anyone kind of coming on into the presidency, I'd probably say be yourself, be genuine, be honest with students. I think sometimes in the kind of world we're living in, there's a lot of spin, there's a lot of PR, and just be straight up with them, be honest. That's what students want to hear. They want to hear their leader being straightforward with them. So I've really tried to do that as president, and just be kind of authentic, and I hope that's been the case. Just cut through the crap. Let's be honest. I would say if you're passionate about achieving change on campus, run to be president. It's an amazing opportunity. You'll get to work with amazing staff, an amazing group of officers, and really you'll be making a difference to the lives of students. So that's why you should do it. On top of that, you gain a whole lot of amazing experience that you otherwise wouldn't get. I don't think there's many positions where me as a 22-year-old coming into that role took on the governance of a £3 million charity. That's probably not going to happen in your grad job or so. So it's an amazing opportunity in that, but really do it if you care about students. It's quite a difficult role, it's quite a challenging role, but it's really rewarding when you see the positive difference that can be made. So definitely run to be president of Strathclyde. What advice would you give about running for election? I have lots of advice that I could give on running an election. Hit me up if you want to hear my secret tips and tricks. But other than that, I would say you have to really be there for the campaign. You have to make yourself as visible as possible to students, and be nice to students. That was the campaign style that worked for me. That was the one that it felt genuine to me. I just was myself, and I spoke to people in a very kind of regular fashion and told them why I really wanted to take on the role, and I think it worked for me both times. So just be honest. What are you passionate about? Run on the issues you're passionate about and tell students why you're passionate about them, and that way hopefully you'd get elected. I'm going on to become the president of the National Union of Students Scotland. So I'm continuing in the student game. So although I'm leaving Strathclyde, I'm not disappearing from the earth of student representation. So hopefully I will be achieving change now at a national level, and I'm really excited to take on that role. It has been an absolute pleasure to be Strathclyde president for the last 2 years. It has genuinely been the best time of my life. It has been a total roller coaster. I think we've achieved a hell of a lot in the last 2 years, and I've really enjoyed working on behalf of students and being able to help people where I could. So yeah, thank you so much for supporting me over the last 2 years. I hope you feel like I've done a decent job, and good luck for the future. Peace and love, Matt Crilly. Take care.